Hi guys, welcome to Dead Man's Vapes. I'm Gaz, and today we're going to be looking at another kit in the Joyetech Espion family. We've got the Joyetech Espion Silk, which is this lovely little thing. Now, you've probably just had the same first impression that I had. It's quite a strange looking device. I opened the box. I'd seen pictures of it previously before, but I opened the box and it does look rather strange having that sort of rubber leather effect added to it. And it was one of my main concerns when I took it out and I looked at the panels. Because they're sort of like sitting external on it, I was worried that they were going to peel off very, very easily. They were going to catch in your pocket, things like that. But it's absolutely brilliant. They've been stuck down so well and they're housed in the device. Absolutely brilliant. It's so comfortable to hold. And it gives it that added bit of protection as well. If you drop it, it's going to hit that leather or the rubber rather than damage the actual device itself. Now, it's a 2,800 milliamp internal battery, so you're looking to get all day out of it, but it does depend what power you're running it at. I use it at 20 watts with the supplied notch core tank on it, so it's the same tank that's on the Exceed NC, but it's brilliant. I mean, 20 watts is plenty. You can see you get a really good vapour production from that. The benefit with these notch coils is they're a 0.45 ohm, but they've got such a wide power range that they can be used at. Like I say, I'm using it at 20, which is probably middle ground, maybe even a little bit lower than middle ground. But the flavour from them is brilliant. They're cheap and easy to maintain. The button placement on the actual kit is brilliant. That rubber effect doesn't get in the way of anything. You've got a nice big clear screen on there. It's simple to use. It's got the same menu mode as the majority of the other Joyetech kits that have been about. And the look has grown on me as well. It is a good kit. I must admit, I'm really impressed with this kit. The Joyetech NC, the Exceed NC, I did enjoy using it for a little while, but I came into issues with the firing pin not registering and the atomizers not registering. But I thought when I got this kit in, I would give it another go, and I also give the Exceed NC another go as well. I use that day to day, and the problems are sorted themselves. All you have to do is just make sure your firing pin is fully connected. Sometimes it takes about an eighth of a turn just to get it to connect, but once you've done that once, you never have to touch it again. And the atomizers, like I said, they're so cheap and easy to maintain. And the flavour and the power that they give, the amount of vapour, it's brilliant as a little kit. And especially, like I said, that was 20 watts on a 0.45 ohm coil. That is perfect. That's enough for me. And because I'm only running it at that 20 watts, that 2,800 is going to last me all day. It's fantastic. But let's have a closer look at the kit itself. So this is the Espion Silk from Joyetech. Now, just before I go into it, I'm only going to look at the mod on this. Now, I've previously looked at the Joyetech Exceed NC, which is exactly the same tank, the notch core tank. The other reason is also because I broke my tank. I dropped it the other day and I have the glass is smashed. I've also smashed the ceramic inside. So I can show you the tank. I've managed to put another glass on there. Which isn't an issue. The issue I do have, which is why I'm going to have to buy the other one, is because the base has separated, and there's my two pieces of ceramic. So I really did do it well. It's a fantastic tank. I'm not going to knock it and say that it's fragile or anything like that. This was my own fault. I did break it. I was a little bit too heavy-handed when I was trying to change the atomizer in there, and managed to shatter all that. But in theory, if I can show you, if I can actually get it all to go back together, kind of. Basically, your atomizer lives in there. Your ceramic lives either side of that. It's not going to fit. But it's very simple. If you want to have a look at the tank, if you go back to my Joyetech Exceed NC review, you'll see the tank itself on there. Very, very easy to use. Sliding top fill. You've got those notch coils in there, which I can show you a notch coil. That is a notch coil with a little bit of hair on it. So the notch coils, these are brilliant. Absolutely fantastic little things. Very, very cheap to replace. You get 5 of them with the kit. And like you saw, they give plenty of vapor at a lower power. You can turn them higher. You've got plenty of option with that coil. So now, after my bit of a mess up with that tank, if we look at the box contents, you get 1 Espion Silk, which is the mod itself. You get 1 notch core atomizer, which is that tank. You get 5 of the notch coils, 1 spare glass, 1 charging cable, a manual for the battery and a manual for the tank. You get a warranty card, a warning card, and you get spare parts as well. Now, if we look at the mod itself, as you can see, it's slightly strange looking, is one way to put it. These little rubber leather sort of casing to it did put me off a little bit, probably because, as you can see there, it's like sort of sticking out a little bit, and it did have me worried that it was just going to be a cheap sort of idea it was going to pull off, but it doesn't. They are really well held in place, those. It's a really, really nice kit to look at, and it's very, very comfortable in your hand as well because of this rubber. It's not something that's going to slip out of your hand. If you drop it, it's got a bit of protection to it. It's a very, very nicely made kit. The actual body itself, the red on this one, it is a plastic body. But like I said, I won't be concerned about breaking it purely because this rubber casing is around it. And your buttons, they protrude out a little bit. So not enough that they're going to get caught in a pocket or anything like that. An auto fire, auto press. But they're a good size so you can actually get in there without having to maul about with the rubber or anything like that. We've got a nice clear screen on there. Standard Joyetech menu operating system. So 3 clicks and you get your menu. You've got wattage, bypass, temperature nickel, titanium, stainless steel, M1, M2, M3, back to wattage. And these are your standard up and down buttons as well. So it's very, very easy to maintain. You have got a reset button on the bottom as well. It seems to be becoming standard on a lot of devices nowadays. Mostly for if you mess up your settings, you don't know how to get it back, press that reset button, sort it all out for you. You can put any other tank on there. It's standard 510 connection, 2800 milliamp integral battery. So you have to charge it through the micro USB on the bottom there. But like I said, with the running it at 20 watts like I have been doing, with the notch core, I'm getting a full day's use out of that. I'm having to put it on charge just as I go to bed. So I'm getting the full day's use out of it. If I run it higher, sort of 30, 40 watts, I'm more likely to get sort of half a day, 3/4 of a day out of it. But like I said, it depends what tank you put on there. If you put something like the D19 tank on there, it's going to last even longer. The 1.2 ohm coils that are in there, running at around about 12.5 watts, you're going to get a day and a half out of it. So you have got plenty of options with it. And it's Joyetech. At the end of the day, Joyetech have got build quality behind them. They've got the reputation behind them. It's a very, very nice kit. And like I say, I like that feature with that added protection. It's something that a lot of kits could do with, because I know there are a lot of clumsy people out there, hence why I have destroyed my notch core tank. So like I said, if I did drop it and there's not a single mark on there, not a single one at all, yet the tank itself, I've completely smashed the ceramic. So it is my fault. Like I said, ceramic's a brittle material. I'm not blaming Joyetech or the tank in any way at all. It's a fantastic tank. It was my own fault for dropping it onto a concrete floor at a height. So yeah, it is brilliant. If you can check it out, you can see you've got the 3 options of colours: black, orange, brown. It's really, really nice. It's one that I would definitely recommend for anybody that's clumsy, anybody that wants a cheap alternative replacement lung drawer atomizer. They are, if I remember rightly, they're $5.99 for a pack of 5 of the notch coils. So it's ridiculously cheap compared to some of the other atomizers out there. And the performance, I would say it's sort of a mid-range vapor performance, but the flavour is outstanding from it because it's organic cotton. And you can also, what I tend to do with my notch coils, whether you should or not, I don't really care, but I re-wick my notch coils. So I take the cotton that's, once it's burnt out, I take the cotton that's out, give the coil a clean, and I bang my own cotton through there, get an even better flavour from them, depending on what cotton you use, obviously. And it's a brilliant way of doing it, so it's definitely one that I would check out. Definitely, it's not something I would recommend for a new vapor, purely because it is a little bit more intricate and a little bit more awkward to change that coil as opposed to just screw in, screw out. And you've got to make sure you get the priming process right. You've got to make sure you're doing the lung draw with it as well. But like I said, it's definitely one that I would recommend. As always, down in the description below, I'm going to link up the website for Tech, the electronic cigarette company. They sell this kit, the Joyetech Espion Silk, and they also sell the tank separately. They sell the atomizers for it, and they've got that coil offer. So if you find your coils / atomizers cheaper elsewhere, if you let them know, they'll double the difference back to you. The other offer we've got on there as well, if you put all your items in your basket, get to your checkout, use code DMV20, you'll get 20% off all fully priced items. I'm going to link up the Facebook and the Instagram for Dead Man's Vapes as well. There's daily content on there, photos and videos, so if you could give me a like, give me a follow, share the pages. Any comments or feedback are much appreciated. And if you could sign up to the YouTube, hit that big subscribe button, I'd be very, very happy if you could do that, please. Again, comments, feedback on there, much appreciated. I always try and get back to everyone I can as quick as I can. I'm going to crack on with some more videos. We've got some really, really good mods coming. We've got the Geek Vape Aegis mini mod, which we all know the Geek Vape Aegis is a fantastic mod, and this is the smallest version of it, which is brilliant. We've also got the high-end Vapor SO Lux, with its nice big colour screen, touch buttons, vibrating function on there. So they're going to be interesting ones to look at. Thank you for watching. I'll see you again next time.